We are recording in progress. Hi, everybody. It's Miss P. I'm going on a wellness health journey where I'm incorporating my belly dancing with some other strategies to help boost my energy, reduce inflammation, brain fog. I don't know if this is perimenopause, age, not sure, but I'm going on an exciting adventure and I want to bring you guys with me. If you're 40 and up and you're feeling brain fog and you're feeling fatigue and you're bloated, and you're gaining weight or you're not sleeping, your joints hurt, whatever, like follow along with my new friend Anika, who I met through Belly Motions. She's a holistic coach, and we became friends on WhatsApp. And now we're in this whole journey, and she's like a mama bear. She's guiding me, holding my hand, and helping me finally tackle some health issues that I've been pushing aside for many years. We'll be sharing every video as we progress, and getting to the bottom and root cause of some of the symptoms I'm having, which you're probably having too. So, Anika, we need you, girl. Save us, girl. Save us.
Thank you, Portia, and I love being here with you, you know that. So I'm really going to hold your hand through this journey. And for a lot of women out there who are, in the similar place where you are at, I hope you find some keynotes here to really, balance your life too. Or if you have any questions, so don't be afraid to reach out. I'm not a doctor. That's very important to tell you. I'm a certified holistic health coach, and I've helped women like Portia before. And I also have my own journey with hypothyroidism, brain fog, leaky gut, feeling delirious, hot flashes, you name it, the whole 9 yards. And I got in remission with that because I got to the root cause. So that's why I do what I do, because I understand the struggles, the errors, and, the fight. It is not easy to do this alone.
Anika, I've been to modern medicine doctors. I've been to 3 endocrinologists. I've been to a rheumatologist. I've been to my primary care, and I've been to 2 OBGYNs. And I've voiced my concerns to them. I've done blood work with all of them. I've done all sorts of tests. And they all say the same thing, that they don't know why I'm so tired. They don't know why I have brain fog and why I can't remember things. And my primary even said to me, Portia, you're getting older and this is what happens. And I'm like, I don't know if I can accept that. So I wanted to explore, other options, because the doctors I've been to, they said, we don't know. Come back when your thyroid isn't working anymore. So I do have some thyroid issues, but my levels are normal. So it's like, I'm not okay with that. I want to advocate for my health, and I'm 45, and I hope I have another 40 years to live. I want to have fun while I'm here, and I want to feel good while I'm here. So I'm on this mission to do good for my body. And it's scary, and it's probably not going to be, a walk in the park where, I have to get rid of my Celsius. No, I love you. Oh, but I get it. I'm willing to do it because I don't want to take drugs, and I don't want to become type 2 diabetic, and I don't want to go through Alzheimer's, dementia. And I think that with this change, I can help my body heal and possibly prevent some of those downward spiraling diseases and illnesses. By the way, Anika's in Sweden and I'm in Miami. What? Isn't that amazing? Like, we connected just through the social media, fell in love with each other because we're on the same page, and we just really, I don't know, we have this great energy. We've been talking through WhatsApp. I mean, how cute is that? And then I found out she's a holistic coach, and I kind of, blurted out a little bit like, I'm this. And she said, well, why didn't you think about this? And I'm like, wow, she really knows what she's talking about. And that's how everything came about. But what's more important is that she told me her story, and she has gotten to the root cause and has healed herself from a lot of things. And so the proof is in the pudding kind of thing. She talks the talk and walks the walk. And I want to work with someone that does that. And that's where I feel Anika is the right person for me to go through this journey, because I felt like she got me, and she did it. She healed herself. So that to me is commendable. And you might say, well, why are you sharing this? Like, this is personal stuff. You're going to put this for, millions of people to see. Well, yeah, you know why? One, it's accountability for me. That's a little selfish, yes. But I know that if I do this publicly, I can't just wimp out. I have to really do this, not only for me, but for the girls that are following. This could really change someone's life, and it could really motivate someone to take the steps to heal themselves. And I think that's fantastic, you know?
Mhm.
So really it's accountability, and then sharing what I'm learning with others, following this journey. I think such an inspiration for other people. And then the third thing is that, Anika, she's amazing. Like, she's this gem in Sweden that like people need to know about. So I feel like putting this out there is going to hold me accountable to finally heal my body and give my body the attention it needs, right? Inspire the rest of your little cute butts, and support Anika in the process, because she's the real deal.
I really want to also tell something very, very crucial here is that to remember this is Portia's journey. I had my journey, and every root cause can have, different ways. And I work with bio individuality. I find your way to get where you want to be, even though I know every page of the book, but I need to find what your body needs, where you are at in life. That is very, very, very important to tell you.
What we're going to do might work for me, but may not be for someone else,
Yeah.
right? So that's, just go with that, girls. It's like when I teach the belly dancing, some methods work for some people to learn, and sometimes I have to use different methods for other people so that they can learn the
Mhm.
same move, so that they can get to the same goal. So, follow along, but also know that everyone's unique and that you will need to have your own unique journey.
We are diving in. So the first thing I do is that I, with my clients, do a health history. And the reason I do that is because I want to have a more bigger picture of what has happened, where are you at, what, ancestry, disease, supplements, medications, allergies, everything, because this is what we need. We need a holistic way, looking at um, the whole body, the person, in spirit, body, and mind, because everything impacts the system. Your thoughts, your movement, your eating, everything that goes in, that goes out, your brain, everything is connected. Yes. Not just that, also your endocrine system, it's not just the thyroid hanging out or the adrenals or the gut. It's all connected internally too, so that you understand that. So that is how I work. Let's see here. What does typical day of eating look like for you? So I dived into this a little bit. You wake up really early, 5 a.m., and you go to bed early,
Like 9,
like 9.
older.
And then you wake up and you take a water with lemon, then a Celsius around 8 a.m. Then you go to the gym and teach classes at 11 to 12 noon or 1 p.m. You eat your first meal of the day. So this gave me like an aha.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where I'm going with this? Okay. All I'm going to say now, we're going to head into a real turnaround here. Okay. So get ready.
Okay.
Yes. I know, again, there's a lot of information again, and a lot of you, out there are reading and doing the fast and doing this. But you know what? Fasting you're already fasting at night and your blood sugar is at the lowest in the morning. And if you don't get, your blood sugar, not gonna be all deep dive into this, but I'm gonna just a little bit. If you don't get your blood sugar up, what happens is that you push your stress hormones up to the roof, and that suppresses your thyroid function. Okay, and that increases anxiety, and that can even give panic attacks. But I know there are studies about fasting, but this is not for everyone, and this is not forever. So it all, again, depends on where you are at, especially women with hormones fluctuating and thyroid conditions. I would be very, very careful, okay? But this is your journey now, so we're going to dive into this later. So this is the first thing, actually, I'm going to really dive into with you to turn this around, okay? And your stress levels. You say you are a perfectionist, people pleaser, very common for women, overachiever who places too much on her plate, but can only operate in chaos.
Yes. So I do have a therapist and have had for years. But I've identified through working with her that perfectionism is something that I have, and it helps me with certain things in life and hinders me in others. So, and there's good pros and cons to that. And then I have anxiety, and I've had anxiety my whole life, mostly because of the trauma I experienced as a kid, which we can get into on another day. But I function well in my anxiety state, and it's what fuels me to teach classes and what fuels me to do what I do for a living, being live, teaching classes, sweating in front of millions of people, shaking and baking. So I make the anxiety work for me on that regard. But the anxiety does, I'm sure take a toll on my adrenal glands, my heart. I've made it work for me, but maybe it's time to try to like tone that down, as far as what it's doing to me on the inside. I can still be
Mm-hmm.
energetic and crazy in class and be fun. And maybe I don't need the anxiety to do that. Maybe I can still do that and not be burning out my, cortisol and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Yes, and your goals and concerns. Yeah, you want to get rid of your chronic fatigue, brain fog, increase your lean body mass, improve your sleep habits, reduce the number of migraines you get.
I've been getting them since I was in my mid 20s. After age 25, I started
Mhm.
getting them.
Yeah.
And it used to be once a year. Then it was
Uh-huh.
a few times a year. Then da, 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 da. And I noticed that it used to be just for one day. Then it
Uh-huh.
was for 2 days. Now it's 3 days long. I am out for 3 days. I'll still show up to teach classes. Nobody knows I put my makeup on, but I am suffering. But women, we can do this. I mean, we deliver babies out of our vaginas, for crying out loud. We can make it through. But I don't want to do that anymore. I want to feel good. I don't want those migraines. They suck.
And you also had Lyme disease as a child from tick bite. You were supposedly treated with antibiotics, but you think that the virus lives within you, and you think that the antibiotic treated the infection, but the virus must remain because antibiotics don't treat viruses. Let's see here. In any case, it could be a major cause for some of the neurological dysfunction or not. Mm-hmm.
And I carry the marker for Alzheimer's and type 2 diabetes genetically because I did my genes. And they're saying now that Alzheimer's is actually type 3 diabetes, that it's all from sugar, that the brain deteriorates or that the sugar contributes to this over a lifetime. And I don't want to have dementia or Alzheimer's if I can prevent it. And if it's related to lifestyle and food, then heck yeah, I'm gonna do what I can do. I know genes play a role, but I also really see how much lifestyle plays a role too. Gotta take that step, and I'm going to. Um, I really want to gain control of my health, and I did my due diligence with the modern medicine route, and I got nothing. So I'm ready to dive into a more holistic approach. Um, Belly dancing keeps me sane. It's what keeps me energized, helps me feel good. But there's other things that are missing. The nutrition, there's things that belly dancing isn't going to fix for me. So thank goodness I have that going on because that really fuels me. It helps me feel connected
Mhm.
to women, the emotional connection, great for the body, keeps my brain working, but I need more. I need to now
Mhm.
really address the other stuff and combine that with the belly dancing and then have this wonderful life that I deserve,
Mhm.
that really everyone deserves to feel good.
We are going to start working with your body. I know you want to get rid of the fake energizers that you have right there now. The bad guy, yeah. Um, Coffee, yes, but it's not supposed to be the main fuel for your cells or your system, especially when we are in the, years where the hormones go a little bit wonky with us. And we really need, the nutrient dense food to work with our muscles, our brain, our gut functions. You need the fibers, the proteins, the fats, and everything to really make the hormones in the cells for the body and to fuel the brain. Because if this connection is broken, you won't get what you need, okay? I'm going to work on that. And you will feel a change and you will have worksheet home and you're gonna write how you felt that week and day. So I'm
Okay.
gonna follow you. Yeah. So you will get everything and working on it and with my hand holding yours.
Yay. So I want this to inspire you, um, guide you, and you can always reach out to Anika because she's the professional here when it comes to this coaching. And I'm putting myself out there again so that I'm holding myself accountable, hopefully inspiring some of you, and then and getting Anika out there because she really is an amazing person and has a lot to offer. So we'll see you guys in our next episode.